Hello everyone, good evening from beautiful London. Good night, good morning, where you are. I'm Fabi for the ones who still don't know me. I'm a pastry chef specialized in gluten and dairy-free baking, and I teach you how to profit waste-free from products. Today, I'm here to demystify something. Do you think I can't cook? Then I can't start a business like that. Well, then if you think like that, this video is for you. If you like to watch content like that, if it's helping you somehow, please, you know what to do. Like the video and follow this profile for more. I create content to help you to reach the goal. If to have a baking business is your dream, I'm gonna help you to get there. First thing we are going to clarify here is baking and cooking are two different things, which means you might like to cook and you can't bake, or you can't cook at all, but you are a good baker, or you can become a good baker. What I understand for cooking is like meat and chicken or vegetarian dishes, vegetables, salads, soups, creams and sauce and things like that. And baking, I'm talking about bread, desserts, or pastries, cakes, pies, and etc. There's a lovely expression in Italian that says to cook è bisogno di fantasia, which means to cook you need to have a fantasy, like you have to do it with your heart, with your gastronomic experience. You inherited flavors and things from your background, your parents, wherever, and this is very nice. But to bake, you need creativity, of course, to do the decorations, but you can do simple and beautiful. Not everything has to look super artistic. Don't have to be rustic, but don't have to be super artistic. But you don't need that fantasy. When you are cooking, you taste, and then it's a pinch of salt, and then you can try some different spices, turmeric and peppers. There are many different peppers and things like that. But to bake, you have to study the chemistry to understand why reactions, why things happen. But there is the game here is to follow instructions and to follow it exactly like it's saying. If it says add something in the end, that's what you do. If it says 200 grams of something, it's 200 grams of something. We here bacon grams. I mean here with us, because we always were in baking. We weight ingredients. And this here we are not talking about fantasy. We are talking about technique. We are talking about chemistry. We are talking about methods, instructions, how to do things. And you have to understand the different baking methods and when to use what and things like that. But don't panic. You can learn it. You can really learn it. What I would say, the decorations in the end, you just need to be a bit creative or choose the right direction. Like if you want to do things that look very homemade, or if you want this to look a little bit more like a luxury, doesn't matter. You can do it, you can learn it in a way that everything will look very nice, because this piping, the things we used to see on internet, this you can learn. This is a practical, is a practical thing. Then why I'm telling you all this, because I'm one of these from the people that all my life I love to cook. I wasn't a very good cook, but I used to love to do it and cook for friends and family. I like to eat fresh products, go to the street market, buy fish and meat and fresh vegetables and do something nice. Not very complicated. I always love to do it and I can find my way, you know. But never before I learned how to, so I went to training as a pastry chef. I couldn't bake a cake. I don't remember when in my life I really baked a cake that was really nice. I used to make a tart, and even there's a strawberry tart, which was my favorite. The dough was always, the tart shell was always hard and so. But there are techniques and there are ways to do it. And once I learned, and I was practicing, I became good, and you can do the same, believe me. I'm checking here, I wrote a few things because I don't want to forget what I plan to tell you. Something very interesting is that few of my colleagues, I had colleagues, I went to the Cordon Bleu here in London, and some of my colleagues, they were incredibly artistic in their decorations, in their finishings. They had this creativity with the pastries. They became very good students and very good pastry chefs, and they couldn't cook anything. They could barely fry an egg, which means you don't even need to cook. No? So we started this conversation. You don't need to know how to cook in order to work with baking goods.